Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I'm a finance PhD, and I'm also a black man first. I'm a black man before I'm anything else, and I wanted to lay out some of the black wealth agenda for you guys in terms of what we're looking for in the near future. Now, you guys know, you probably know that Joe Biden just won the White House. It was a contested election. It was pretty crazy. There's a lot more to come, which could be a factor in the near future, particularly in the stock market. But one of the things I want to just say, we're putting politics to the side. We're going to talk about politics, but not talk about it in a personal way or in an emotional way. I want to talk about it in a way where you and your family can win no matter what. And a lot of you've asked me about this, and I want to break this down for you. I've been thinking about this, and I've addressed this a little bit before, but now that it's real, I think it's important to address it in a slightly more thorough way. Joe Biden is very good for the stock market. Joe Biden is going to be great for the market in a lot of reasons, for a lot of reasons. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of break some of these down for you. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button, share and subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. And Sandy says I predicted this video. Absolutely. I'm always thinking about how black people can do better, how black people can get real results. I'm not particularly interested in how you feel emotionally about who's in the White House. You guys know how I think about that. That's Uncle Boyce. Uncle Boyce is pissed off, because he didn't think we should give our vote away for free. But Uncle Boyce is also proud of the black people that stood up and said, we'll support you when you support us. But Dr. Boyce, the finance guy, the finance PhD, he's talking now, and he's more rational. He's the guy that I'm talking about myself in the third person, which my wife to be, who's a psychologist, says that's a very weird thing to do. It's almost arrogant to do it, but I'm gonna do it for one more second if you allow me. Dr. Boyce is more rational. He's about winning. He's about helping you to win, and I want to see you successful. So that's what it is. So let me give you some reasons why Joe Biden is going to be great for the stock market. First of all, Biden is a guy. It's really fascinating. A lot of people on the far left really got behind Biden largely because they wanted to get rid of Donald Trump, which it looks like mission was accomplished there. People feel a lot better about Biden, but let me just tell you, Biden is not a bleeding heart liberal. He's not. He's not a guy that's going to go out and hug every tree and support every liberal policy and really go take the country to the left. Biden, if you study his history, he's a very centrist sort of guy. He's a corporate guy. He's a guy that gets that big money. He's a little bit like a male version of a Hillary Clinton in a lot of ways. And really the thing I like about people like that, honestly, if you're talking about me as far as governments go, they're predictable, right? They're predictable. They're never going to let the rich people suffer. And so they'll let poor people suffer, but they'll let people who don't invest suffer. They'll let workers suffer, but they won't let rich people suffer. And so the best way I think you can protect yourself is to make sure that you position yourself as someone that's going to be connected to wealthy people. If you're investing the way wealthy people are, then when they make money, you're going to make money. If when the stock market goes up, they'll be happy, you'll be happy. If you sit to the sideline and just sort of watch and get mad because of what rich people are doing, then that's not going to do you or your kids any good. Your kids cannot be fed with your emotions. They can't get fed with people writing Black Lives Matter on the street. That you're not going to be able to pay the bills with symbolism. You pay the bills with money. So in terms of an opportunity, let me just say this. He is um, Biden is going to be good for the market. Biden is stable. That's one benefit. If you're an investor like I am, one thing about Trump that created opportunities, but it also created a lot of confusion, is that he would always tweet crazy things all throughout the day, and it would just move the markets like crazy, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I understand the markets a little bit better than most, so I was actually able to profit from that because I began to predict what he was going to do next. But it's actually better for the economy and for the market when a guy is more stable and he thinks about what he says first. So, Biden is going to be really careful to protect corporate interests. He's good at that. And so I think that he's going to bring that stability. Also, he's not going to bring any trade wars with China. If you recall, Trump was at war with China. It was pretty messy. It was, causing lots of value to be lost in the market. Biden's not going to go to war with China. Trump's biggest criticism of Biden was, you're too easy on China. Well, one side effect of that is Biden wants to get along with China, and when he does get along, that globalist strategy. Biden's more of a globalist. Trump is more of a nationalist. Nationalism is better for the country. Nationalism is better for workers. I will say that. Like when you say, we want to put more factories in Detroit. Well, that's better for workers, right? But if you're talking about globalism is better for the shareholders. That's why I want you to be a shareholder. That's why I want you to pivot, because they're going to make it easier for those companies that might have been pushed to build their factory in Detroit. Now they're going to build it in Mexico and pay the workers $1 an hour or $2 an hour, and that's going to enhance their profitability. The unfortunate reality, though, is that workers are going to get hit hard. Just like they got hit hard with NAFTA. And when Clinton passed NAFTA, there was a lot of money made, a lot of profits made, but that money didn't go to workers. That's why if you look at data over the last 20 years or so, 25, 30 years, you haven't seen worker wages go up in real dollar terms. Now, why has the crypto market crashed since Biden was announced? I think it might have crashed. I'm not sure. I can research that, Cody, or sorry, not Cody, and asked that question. AJ asked that question. I might speculate that perhaps it crashed because uncertainty was reduced when they announced Biden was president. Crypto is seen to some to be digital gold, and a digital gold or any kind of gold is supposed to be a safe haven asset, which is a place where you put your money when the rest of the world is going crazy and when you're nervous about having your money anywhere else. I don't know if that theory holds true, but I do know that Bitcoin has been taken off, and it's still been. I mean, overall, Bitcoin has been insane. I mean, I'm so happy I just held on to my crypto and waited out the storm, and I think Bitcoin's gone up 100% in the last 6 or 7 months or something crazy. So if you held on to your crypto, congratulations. From the very beginning, remember I was saying to you guys, if you're a long-term investor, sometimes it takes a while for the chickens to come home to roost. So you got to kind of wait it out. You can't just assume that everything's going to happen, overnight. Anyway, let me just share something with you guys. On the financialjuneteenth.tv.com, we have this new show called Black Wealth Confessions, where people submit their biggest financial mistakes anonymously. They tell their story. I got the phone in my baby's name, and now my baby's credit is bad, or I declared bankruptcy twice, or whatever, or I overinvested in my cousin's business or whatever. And what I do is I discuss the confessions on financialjuneteenth.tv.com. So if you'd like to submit a confession that you'd like for me to address anonymously, of course, so that you can learn from it and other people can learn from it, just submit your confession there at blackwealthconfessions.com. That's blackwealthconfessions.com. And what I'll do is I'll address the confessions, and I'm actually going to address them on financialjuneteenth.tv.com. So there's the other URL, financialjuneteenth.tv.com. All right. So another thing about Biden being in the White House is that you're not going to see, even those tax increases that Biden talks about. There's only so much he's going to be able to get through on a divided Congress. The Republicans are only going to let it go so far. So taxes will go up, but not as much as people thought. Basically, you have a lot of factors that have led to a massive bull market since Obama was elected. Since the start of the Obama presidency, you've had a massive growth in the stock market. My brother, what's his name? John Rogers out of Chicago wrote a great article about that, where he explained how much wealth Black people lost when we ran away from the stock market. John Rogers said we lost trillions in wealth because we stopped investing and we sold a lot of our assets. Well, since that time, the economy has been growing. The Fed policy has been really supportive of a strong economy. Interest rates are low. Inflation has been kept in check. So you've had all the engines running, just on high cylinder for the last 15 years. And so if you've been investing consistently since that time, you've made a ton of money. Now, it's not too late to start investing, but a lot of that run up has occurred there. And there are people that think there's going to be more run up. At least they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that happens. What else? Another factor right now going on is the number of cases of the virus. The virus is still out there. It's still a factor. It's still affecting markets, but the market is not reacting as much to the virus. Now, why would the market not be reacting as much to the virus? Well, the reason the market's not reacting as much to the virus is because the virus is getting more and more under control. It's not totally gone. It's still out there. You want to wear your gloves and wash your hands, or wear your mask and wash your hands. And actually, I wear gloves because I go places and people want to shake my hand. So I like to shake their hands, but I have to be careful because I have a family. So I wear gloves I get these little disposable gloves I wear everywhere I go now just to be safe. But here's the deal: they've learned how to manage the virus. People aren't dying from the virus like they used to, and also there's a vaccine around the corner. Most likely, there's some more vaccine data coming out pretty soon. A lot of people believe that's going to lead to another jump in the stock market as you get more certainty. That's another good factor that's on the horizon. So I think that's a good thing. Now, let me just show you guys something. Here you go. You can go to if you're interested in our financial workbooks for children, you want to get your kids ahead on wealth. Feel free to go to financialworkbooks.com. We have workbooks and flashcards that are really good. So teach your kids to invest so that they're not economically stuck. You don't want them to be stuck working for other people. You want them to be successful. So get them started now. So the other point here is I think in the first 100 days, I think Biden is going to get some stuff passed. I think the Congress is going to be really nice to him. I think that they're going to let him get a lot of things through. I think he's going to get a couple of packages passed through. I'm guessing it'll probably be related to the more immediate issue of COVID. I think that's got to be the top thing. So some sort of stimulus deal. That's got to be top priority, stimulus and something related to the COVID state of emergency, and then maybe some sort of infrastructure spending package. Like I really think the Democrats are going to try to spend. I don't know how much they're going to get away with because they have Republicans to deal with, but in the first 100 days, I expect something to come through. And the thing is, corporate America almost always wins. They just do. I mean, a lot of the threats that were there, like for example, if there had been a blue wave, the tech companies would have been in trouble because everybody knows the tech companies need to be broken up. They have way too much power, really. I mean, you saw it in the election. I mean, Twitter is banning people's tweets, and Google is killing competitors, and Amazon is crushing everybody. Like these are the robber barons of the modern era. And the best way I can say to deal with the robber barons now is you can't beat them. You might as well join them. Go get you some shares of stock in these companies because they're very well run. They're making money like Pablo Escobar. Apple is going to come out with that new iPhone 12. It's going to be ridiculous. The number of sales they're going to have, and it's just a stable company. So I think that these are great investment opportunities. It's not everything it should be, but there is opportunity out there. So feel free to go take a look. Do I like Tesla or NIO? I like Tesla. I can research NIO Yohizi, but I like Tesla because well, that I'm a big investor in Tesla, and I just think Elon Musk is super cool. I like anybody that stands up for what they believe in, and Musk does that, and he has these really awesome aspirational goals that I think are going to really be great for humanity. I mean, you got to love a billionaire who wants to go to Mars, right? I just think that's really cool. So anyway, I'm going to bounce on out of here, guys. One more thing I wanted to mention to you guys is that I talked earlier about the Black agenda, and I said, the Black agenda is something that has to be pushed forward by Black people without anybody's permission. So I'm not doing any meetings on Capitol Hill. I'm not sitting down with the Biden team. I don't really care about that. I'll advise people, if anybody else goes and they call me, I'll tell them what I think. But I'm not trying to ask for permission. So what I did was I put together a Black agenda that you can implement in your home right now that will make sure that you and your family are safe, that you and your family are good, that you have a strong community around you. And it's a list of resources that we put together in the Black Business School. The URL's right there. It's theallblackagenda.com, theallblackagenda.com. There's some stuff there that's free, some stuff there that's low cost, but all of this, you implement these things, this is going to make your family successful and safe for the future. So rather than trying to change what other people are doing, I'd rather change what we're doing because we have a lot of power right there in our hands. We have 1.4 trillion in wealth. That's more wealth. That's more income. Excuse me, more income per year. They used to say 1.3 trillion. Well, you get Black people made an extra $100 billion this year. $100 billion is enough money to buy almost the entire NFL. Right. So we literally have that much more wealth in our community. Now that means the importance of buying Black. It means investing Black. It means saving your money. It means making smart decisions. It means educating your kids. It means getting off the grid. So if you're interested in doing that, if you want to implement a Black agenda in your house that's going to make your empire strong, go to theallblackagenda.com and check out some of those free resources. Also, you can text the word BOICE to 31996. It's right there on the ticker. Text BOICE to 31996, and I'll notify you when I go live. I'm going to go live a lot, especially on the Black Financial Channel, and keep you updated on what's going on in the markets and all that stuff. So take care, guys. Have a good day. Hashtag B1 in the chat. Love you. Please hit the thumbs up button before you go. I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Peace.